Okay, so Invincible Season 4 just ended, and I wanted to give some of my thoughts. This is probably going to be the most low-effort video I've ever posted. It's late, I'm super tired, and I'm also working on a video where I rank all of One Piece's seasons right now, and it's taking me a really long time. I've only covered 4 of them, and the video's already almost an hour long, but it's going to be sick when it comes out. That's my main project. I'm putting a lot of work into it. But I did want to yap about this season. So season 4 of Invincible is fully out now, and I have a few thoughts about it. I have no grips or gripes around the plot of this season because I already really like the plot because I've read all of the comics, so I already know, I already knew going in that I was gonna like it, obviously, because I've read it, but yeah, the show did a really good job at adapting this part of the comics into the show form when it comes to just how they did it. And they kept it interesting too, which I really liked. Tech Jacket is a girl in the show. He's a dude in the comics. I thought that was really cool. They leaned into one of the more crazier parts in the comic, by a lot. They really leaned into Conquest's death. I'm pretty sure, the panel of, Mark having his guts out and, having strangled Conquest in the process is, literally just a single page in the comic. But holy shit, this scene is the highlight of the entire season. I thought I had seen it all, at this point with this show, and just seeing, violence in, movies and television, but I actually, literally had to look away at, some of the parts of Mark strangling Conquest. It's genuinely so fucking disgusting, bro. Just watching it makes me want to throw up. Ugh. They went above and beyond adapting this scene. You could literally, you could feel the desperation in, just wanting this guy to be dead, and also just wanting what you're seeing on the screen to just be gone, and it just wouldn't stop. It literally just wouldn't stop. No music, a minute long scene of just Mark getting his guts scooped out. Best part of the season. Moving on. I actually lied. I have 2 gripes around the plot. Just what the fuck was episode 4? The character nor the episode are even in the comics at all, and the episode actually had nothing to do with anything. For a show that has a lot of useless episodes, this one, it takes the cake. It actually takes the cake. There's 0 plot development. There's literally, it is, I felt like I was watching an episode of Ben 10. I don't know. I don't know what this episode was. The other thing was that they make it pretty obvious that Debbie and Nolan are kind of reigniting the flame a little bit, but it's made a little bit too obvious when Debbie and Paul literally break up in the span that Mark is out in space, off screen. Literally the first scene that we see Debbie in after the war is her not breaking up with Paul, but already have broken up, and they're just talking about how they didn't work out. 1, it's why was this done off screen? And 2, it's okay, you're making it really obvious that Nolan and Debbie are gonna get back together. It just didn't need to be off screen. I don't really know why they did that. But all in all, the adaptation is pretty good, but it's the quality where I have some concerns. So, addressing the massive elephant in the room that everybody already talks about, the animation is pretty atrocious. And I'm someone who never actually even understood why people got so mad about the animation in previous seasons. But I can tell you now that it's pretty bad this time. But it's pretty hard to blame them when they're given a year and a half to make the goddamn season. Previously, they were given at least 2 years to animate a season, but now we're on a year-to-year basis, which is not good. And it's not even a matter of being understaffed or the animators are bad or anything like that. It's literally that they are on an insanely unreasonable time crunch, and that is leading to the lackluster animation and PNGs floating from one end of the screen to the other. But you know, I would say that they don't have enough time. But we're actually talking about a show that is being put out by a corporation that's worth $2 trillion. And it's like, you can't pay your animators a little bit more, or you can't get more animators on the project or the team. It's like, this does not make any sense. And meanwhile, Amazon is kicking their feet in the air, not giving a shit, watching us consume the absolute minimum quality that this show has to offer. And I would say, though, that like Ryan Otley's art in Invincible is extremely detailed, and like even with a lot of time, it's gonna be hard to replicate into like an animated show, and even more harder to like please the fans. But still, like, we can do better than this. We can really do better than this. Having JJK season 3 roll out at the same time that this season was really bad looks. And for the sake of this video, I'm not gonna be talking about spoilers, but the things that are coming up in the story are like, animating this show is not gonna get any easier. That's all I'm gonna say. The other thing is that Thrag's voice actor is just not Thrag. That's not what I thought he would sound like when I was like reading the book. It's just not how he should sound. It's just not Thrag. He sounds like a little bitch boy. And I tried to give it a chance, like I gave Jeffrey Dean Morgan a chance in season 3 with Conquest, and it actually paid off because he's a really good actor and he incorporated his skills into the character so well that I think there actually couldn't have been a better voice actor for Thrag than him. I think he did such an amazing job. But I cannot say the same for the fucking dude Lee Pace, bro. Like, who even are you? There's times where he does kind of sound badass. The voice isn't like strong. It's more of like kind of a mystical vibe, which I was kind of feeling. But if you listen, you can tell his voice does not sound like that naturally. He's trying to make his voice boosted up into this kind of weird, I don't even know how to explain it. But Jeffrey Dean Morgan literally just used his voice, and like that was enough. So that says a lot about this Lee Pace guy. I'm not messing with his voice acting. And it's just like, you would think that they would pick a better voice actor for, spoilers but not so spoilers, the main antagonist in the entire story. But no, I guess we're stuck with fucking bitch boy over here, but it's alright. But other than that, I'm actually pretty interested in seeing what they're gonna do with this show. Primarily Debbie and Nolan's relationship. I think it could spark up some controversy. Something really bad happens to Mark later down the line, and it's really bad, and I don't know how they're going to adapt this, or even if they're gonna include it at all. But either way, I feel like they add it or they don't add it, people are going to be a little bit angry. But I don't know, that's way further down the line in the comics. It's not going to be in the next season, but still, it's got me thinking. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm giving this a 6.5 on the muffin meter. The 0.5 is going to be for Conquest's death, with just how brilliantly brutal that scene was. It's the craziest part in the entire season, hands down for sure. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Deuces.